I do want to work with other artists, but if it happened to happen, I don't know what they feel like, so I don't want to just say anybody's names. But if the right opportunity presents itself, then we can make it happen, because at the end of the day, we all got to work together.
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. Yeah. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so cursed up. I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it.
Go. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show, live on Lake Street. Special guest in the building, Rich Goone.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you feeling today? I see you got the goat chain on.
Yeah, baby goat, man.
I like it.
Make it a big goat.
I like it. So let's get into it, man. Where are you? Are you originally from Minnesota?
I grew up here.
You grew up here?
I'm from Liberia, Africa, but I've been here since I was like 10.
So you're part of this kind of like rise of Liberian artists.
Yeah, but I want to say like I'm an artist that's a Liberian.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
you don't
I do mostly hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you don't want to be lumped in with that.
Nah.
Okay.
I don't like to be boxed in.
But but you can at least acknowledge that there does seem to be a movement happening.
Yeah. Afro beats is everywhere.
There's a big movement happening, and it seems to be becoming more and more prominent in Minnesota as time goes on. Like there's more recognition of it, more, we've had other artists on here that are a part of that movement, but you don't. I understand not wanting to be boxed in, but obviously proud of your heritage and a part of that community at least, which deserves spotlight, because the Liberian community has a very heavy artistic. You know what I mean? It's very artistic.
That's that.
I don't know how else to put it. It's just there's a lot of arts in there.
It's the culture.
Yeah.
No.
At any point, did you think about heading down a specific path, or was it always rap for you?
It was always rap.
Always rap.
Yeah, because I see like everybody doing. I like to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though I'm Liberian, but I like to I don't like to be boxing, because that's not what I'm good at with the Afro beats.
Yeah.
I got some Afro beats track, but I grew up on hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the influence? Do you have like family influence, or what was the influence to get into rap?
Nah, the influence was like 50 Cent when he first started rapping. Like when he came out with like Get Rich or Die Trying. I'm like, yo, if he can do that, I can do that, because his story was like extraordinary, So I'm like, okay, that's first when we came from Africa. I was like a young immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
I was like 10. So in 2003, that's when his album came out.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, that's
so you
when I
came here
rapping.
from Africa at 10.
Yep.
And immediately, so were you already looking at American black culture?
Nope.
No.
I came here and got straight.
So right away it was like 50 Cent.
That's it.
And so okay, well that's interesting then.
Yeah.
So then you get here at 10, pretty highly impressionable.
Yeah.
And immediately 50 Cent.
You would. Now, we was listening to him back there, but I was never doing music.
Okay. I guess that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I was never doing
so you
music.
were into this.
Yeah, nah. Once I got here, got more influenced by the culture.
Yeah.
Then I started taking it serious. There was times like on the desk in 5th grade, I used to write raps. They even used to call me Lil 50 Cent back in the day. That's 5th, 6th grade. I swear to God.
So I'm curious about that then. Like, do you remember being 10 and like your perspective of things? Like when were you thinking like, okay, when I get to America, like it's on? Were you thinking like I'm gonna be able to meet 50 Cent right away? Was it, what's the perspective? Like, how are you?
I wasn't thinking like that. Like everything really just happened once I got here. You seeing everybody, you meet new people, you like, cause that was the first time ever on the plane. So when we get here, it's a cultural shock being like a young kid from a third world country,
Yeah.
So everything was different. So once I got here, that's when everything, my imagination got wider and stuff. Because you can see so much, meet different people. It's different.
Yeah.
So that's when I really like, okay, like I'm about to do music.
Yeah. What was the reason that is it you and your family, I assume?
Yeah, we came up here.
Was it just opportunity?
Yeah, opportunities. Education, stuff like that. And back then, a lot of wars used to be happening and stuff like that. So it was just like a better living, in the sense of that. Because we came here because our grandma, she been here probably for like decades. She was here way before us, so she sent for us back there as refugees. So
oh wow,
yeah. So,
isn't it usually opposite? Don't grandma usually stay?
Nah, when she was here, she was in the States, and she sent for us back there, and then we came up here. So she like bro, a lot of us over here.
Yeah.
Because somebody had to go up in front, you know, to
Yeah.
be able to send for everybody back home.
Yeah. Do you ever go back?
Now, I haven't been back yet, but I do want to go back one day. But once I get everything situated, because I don't just want to go back to go back. I want to go back, like, to do something big, like help the kids, you know, school,
Yeah.
uniforms, clean water, stuff like that. Like, I want to do something productive once I ever get to go back, you know?
Yeah, and I imagine you would probably be inspirational
Yeah.
going back, like other
Yeah.
kids, because there are probably other 10-year-olds
Yep.
over there now looking at, you know, whoever, Kendrick Lamar or whoever over here,
Yep.
like, I want to go do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to focus on, like, make something of myself here so when I go, I can inspire people
Yeah.
and do something good for them.
For sure. Do
You
you have
know?
family over there still?
Yeah.
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 So yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go too, actually. Somebody just suggested
You need
yesterday
to, man.
that I
That's
go.
Africa, you need to.
Yeah, I want to.
They're gonna treat you right.
That's what I hear. That's what I heard. This is what I heard. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I mean, if that orange guy runs and wins again, I might be trying to get the fuck out of this country. Yeah, I don't know. So what was like at 10 years old, and you were already, you know, at least influenced by
Yeah.
American hip hop, and you came here, was like 10. Were you already, like, when you got here, were you like immediately like, this is what I want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was
Yeah.
there pressure to not do it?
Nope.
So you had support, like, from your family and everything, like, yes, that's what you should do?
Yeah, I remember talent shows with my cousins, you know, family and stuff like that. Like, this is the only stuff I'm good at. I didn't play sports growing up. I didn't do nothing. Like, I used to draw, so it all falls into, like, the artist.
Yeah.
So it just me. I was just born to be an artist. Like, this is the only thing I'm good at. It's the only thing I'm focused on. You know, like music. That's why I give it like 110% every time.
Yeah.
Like, I do my stuff like that, because I take it very serious.
For sure.
So
What is a 10-year-old you? How's that? What is a 10-year-old you? How do you move that, like, from this is cool, this is fun, to I'm gonna do this? Like, what's the first move? Because you don't drop albums at 10.
no.
So do you start just writing?
Yeah.
You start how soon do you get in the studio after that?
I was writing raps like in the 5th grade, but then I actually started like recording professionally in the studio at like 16.
Wow.
Like in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was what, 2011?
I graduated 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what high school you go to? You don't have
Park
to
Center,
answer.
Park
Park
Center
Center?
Senior High.
So were you popping? Like, was it cool to be the rapper there?
Nah, I was shy low key, man. I'm normally a shy person, but when I get on stage, it's different. But back then I wasn't really like that, because that was when I had started getting to the studio first, so I was still trying to get comfortable, you know, stuff like that. That's when I really started putting music. Like, prior to that, I just used to write raps, but not really record a song.
Yeah. So you didn't have mixtapes flowing
No,
through the
no,
halls
no.
of the high school?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
Because that's a story that a lot of people have.
I wish I did. I would have been on probably by now.
Yeah.
I wish I did. I wish I did.
So at what age did you decide I'm going to be a professional? Was it 16?
Yeah, probably when I started getting in the studio, because like I like being in the studio. I could be there all day.
Yeah.
And before I get in the studio, like, I don't eat, because I want to be. I don't want to record while I'm like full. So I just go. I'm focused on work.
Yeah.
Like, get it done, then we can play whatever we could do, whatever after, smoke, drink. Like, I don't really smoke and drink in the studio, because I'm trying to get what I'm trying to get done.
Yeah, that seems like it becomes a detriment for a lot of artists really fast.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like you're in the studio and it becomes a party. That's something that I always want, because I've never been an artist myself.
Right.
I mean, I consider this an art, but
Yeah.
you know, I feel like, and I've talked about this before, artists, there's I'd say probably more than 50% of people that delve into the profession of making music don't truly want it. They do it for other reasons, because I think what's known is you got to work hard to make it, whatever that means.
Right.
But the real work comes after that.
Yeah.
If you pen a deal with some large, you know, record company, like, whatever you did get there, you're going to have to work 5 times as hard to stay there.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And I
true.
feel like that's where a lot of artists get lost in the sauce, because you end up
Yeah.
getting that check, you know, that upfront money or whatever, and then you're in the studio, and then they're saying, well, you got to produce, you got to give us something, you got to be able to drop music, and then you get in the studio, it's a party, you're getting
Yeah.
fucked up, the music's not really hitting.
Yeah, that's why I'm practicing discipline.
Yeah.
Right now.
I think that's smart.
I just go in the studio and work. Because once you're there with them record labels,
Yeah.
them A&Rs, you got to get to work. So I'm training my mind. I'm in case it happens, so I can be ready.
Yeah, you're gonna fuck around and end up in debt.
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna give you a little check up front. You're gonna spend it on your, your little.
Nah.
Some
other people probably would, but me, I got a plan.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna spend that first money.
Yeah, you got to remember that if you're doing it, I'm not saying you, but just in general, like, this is if you're choosing this as your profession, then you got to treat it as such. You got to treat it as your job. You know what I mean? Like that's some people got their 9 to 5.
That's your 9 to 5.
Your 9 to 5 is when you're in the studio.
Yep.
Creating, making the best shit you can possibly make.
Yes,
so how long did it take you to kind of find your artist community when you were here, after you got here?
I can't really put a time frame on it. I mean, like, things really started popping probably in the last 5 years to be exact.
Yeah.
I'm 30 now, so back then you really don't know much. As we get older, you study the game, you see different stuff, like you learn certain things and you figure out your core base or your fans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now we got Spotify, we got this, you can figure out your audience, where they're playing your music. So I can't really put a time frame on it, but I'd probably say like the last 5 years or so, because I do perform at certain Afro beats party, like Beer party, but I just do it because that's also part of me. But mostly, I do some hip hop too, so that's really more of my fan base.
Yeah.
So
you're not really aiming for. I mean, you want to gather as many
as I want, but I just don't want to be I just don't want to be one dimension. I want to be everywhere. Like, take this stuff worldwide,
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good to have a focus. I also think that it's good to, like you said, to jump outside the box and do other things as well. Because I think that's another mistake that a lot of artists make, is they do put themselves in a box and they do aim at that one target, that one market, that one target audience. Yeah. And there's a lot of people out here.
A lot.
A lot of people. Yeah.
The world is big. Like, we trying to go to Europe. We trying to go everywhere with this, not just America, not just Liberia or Africa as a continent. We trying to really reach the people with the music.
Yeah. You think hip hop is big here?
Right. Go overseas and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, Minnesota, you could have, say you got 1,000 fans here. You go over somewhere in Europe, 1,000 people who don't even know you will just come see you because you're a rapper from America.
Yeah. And I heard the money is bigger.
The money is all right. That's what I've heard as well.
That's what I heard, man.
Yeah, I've heard they're paying they're paying people for appearances and
big money.
You don't even got to really know who you are. So, oh, you're a rapper? You're from America? Come to our club. You know what I mean? Money. And it works for them because the people that are in the club are like, he must be famous.
Yeah.
I don't know. He must be. He must be somebody. Yeah. So you mentioned that you were 30.
Yeah.
Do you think about being 30 and not being probably where you would like to be? Because 30 can be considered to be kind of late in the game for,
that's true,
very specifically a rapper.
Yeah, that's why my homie Dave, he always tell me, bro, this is a young guy's sport. You're still young right now. Yeah. I don't want to be 40 and still trying to figure this stuff out. You feel me? So right now I got to give it all I got.
Yeah.
I'm much farther than where I've been before, so I know I see the progress. Mm-hmm. But I just probably just need to step on the gas a lot more.
Yeah. How do you plan on doing that?
Gotta just work.
Just working
10 times harder, probably, man. Because he's getting into the content. We're gonna start shooting our own videos. We already started that, but trying to invest the money in ourselves.
Yeah.
So we can take this stuff to the next level and create as much content whenever we want to.
Yeah, that's the key. That's probably the biggest holdback for anybody in any art community is you gotta have capital. You gotta have money up front because it ain't free.
Nah.
None of this is, you know what I mean? It's not, you're not going to get a lot of free looks, and just making the music costs money. Shooting the videos costs money.
Yep.
And then most importantly, there's time.
Yeah.
Time is the motherfucker of all motherfuckers, because you got families, you got kids, you got wives, you got grandmas, you got people that you got a life that you got to pay for, and you can't just go down to hip hop United and get a job and then get a paycheck. You know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. You gotta find ways to work your day job to fuel your dream job, or find investors.
Yeah.
Is that something that you got that you?
Nah, not yet. If I get the right person to invest in me, we're gonna make money.
Yeah.
Because the music already there. Music already there. I'm not even famous yet like these other people, and I got so much hits. I know it's much better than them. So all we need is the right investor, and we're going to be out of here. The right opportunity, and we're going to be out of here. Because certain artists, they will say they need the right investor, but the music is not there. I mean, I can vouch and say the music is there.
Music's there.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
I done dropped 3 mixtapes, 2 EPs on my recent album I just dropped in August. So I've been working. Music's there.
Yeah, you definitely been working, and it's good to have a catalog for sure. If somebody is looking into you that you don't even know about, an A&R or something,
for sure,
you want to have a catalog out there. But it's such a weird, bro. We live in such a weird time with that because, on one hand, you want to have the catalog, right? But on the other hand, it's like dropping albums these days for underground artists feels like such a waste.
Yeah, it's a waste. That was like my first. I just want to do that to just say I did.
Just to have it.
Just to say I did an album.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm just dropping singles.
Singles and
That's
visuals.
it.
Yeah. Shit for people to look at and then something they can sit. Do you stick to the kind of the rule these days, which is songs under 3 minutes?
I try to.
Yeah, it's tough.
I try to because you want to get that streams.
Yeah.
You know, because over 4 minutes, they probably ain't going to run that stuff back.
Yeah, I threw on some old Drake last night, and he had songs on Take Care that were 5-6 minutes long, and I'm like, God, what a time.
Yeah,
like,
if you're done, you're probably not going to play it again.
No.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's not likely. It's crazy how that happens. Yeah. So what are there artists in Minnesota that you kind of look at, like the pinnacle or people that you want to work with?
I mean, if it happened, it happened.
You're not aiming for it?
No, I do want to work with other artists, but if it happened, it happened. I don't know what they feel like, so I don't want to just say anybody's names. But if the right opportunity presents itself, then we can make it happen because at the end of the day, we all got to work together.
Yeah.
So I'm not against working with nobody.
Yeah.
So you can be reggae, blues. It's all for Minnesota. I'm not against none of that.
Do you feel like Minnesota is a good place for you?
Nah.
No.
Nah. With the type of music I make, I feel like I belong probably in Atlanta somewhere. But to get this stuff off the ground, you got to move around. You can't just stay one place. I mean,
yeah.
You know, sometimes your hometown may not support you until you get up out of here and somewhere somebody starts supporting you. Then they're probably going. That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, what's funny is that's what it is. Well, that's what it is, or maybe is even supposed to be. But it seems like Minnesota is different.
Yeah.
It seems like when you get out of here and do something away from here, that's when we really start hating.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? It's not the. You get out of here and start finding success, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, he's ours. We did that. We made him." No, it's fuck him. He left us. Like, but you didn't support him when he was here.
I don't know, man. Seasons change, people change.
Yeah,
culture change. You know, you never know what you may get.
Yeah, I was listening to another podcast yesterday, and they had a guy on there that was from Toronto.
Yeah,
and he was talking about the Toronto scene and the Toronto hip hop scene, and I was thinking that we do a whole lot of comparing Minnesota to Atlanta, like a lot. Yeah. A lot of, we're the next Atlanta. We're the next Atlanta.
Be the first Minnesota.
We should be the first Minnesota, but I feel like we should compare ourselves to something a little closer to us. And I do feel like Toronto's music scene, if you look into it,
I gotta dig into it.
There's room. I mean, it seems more. We don't have Drake
or
right?
Tory Lanez
or Tory,
right? Or
Justin Bieber, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't have those guys yet.
We probably do, but they just haven't been discovered
right,
yet.
Exactly. So. But the guy was talking about how, like, Drake doesn't, he's a real gatekeeper in Toronto.
Yeah.
If he wants to shut some shit down, he can. And he doesn't at all.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, who could be that for us? Like, because we need that. I think that's the big thing that we're missing is having an artist to really, like, blow through the roof. And when I say artist, I don't mean Young Gravy. Or Prof. Because I just think those guys are in such different. They're not in the lane. They're not in that lane for that to work. You know what I mean? Like they're not. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't. Maybe it just doesn't feel right to me. But it is. I mean, it is what it is. But we can't. We also can't sidestep the fact that they're probably the 2 biggest rap artists from Minnesota right now.
That's true. Isn't Lizzo? No, Lizzo not a rap artist.
And she's not technically from here. I know, like, we like to claim her,
right,
or hate her. It's like one of the two. There's no like, well, she was here for a little while and we like her. It's always yes, she's ours, or no, we hate her. She talks shit. Like, I don't. You know, she's from Houston,
right,
or Detroit. One of the two. Somewhere. I don't know where she's.
I think it's Houston.
I believe she's from Houston, but
yeah.
But I mean, she did have an opportunity to be kind of like that for us. And I can't even be. She kind of tried. It seemed like.
Yeah.
You know, she's talking about the Minnesota Vikings and her
song.
biggest hit. Like.
Yeah. Let's give her some credit, man. At least, you know, we'll take all promotion. You know.
Yeah, and we don't know what she feels either.
Yeah.
She might feel that hate coming from here.
Right.
You know what I mean? She might not feel too happy about Minnesota.
But then a lot of people don't know she's not originally from here.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah. But she has gone out of her way a couple of times to sort of disrespect us a little bit in interviews. Yeah. But like I said, we don't know how she feels about Minnesota.
Yeah, we just going to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah. I love Lizzo. I don't know.
Yeah,
she's a phenomenal artist. That's all I know. She's great. I don't know her as a person, so.
Yeah. I like to work with her one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
That would be really dope. That would be great. Who's like your top 3 artists that you want to work with?
Current? Yep. Or it don't matter? Like all
don't
time?
Matter. Whoever you want.
Man, I don't want to say some stuff where it get contra. But nah, 50 Cent number 1. Like I would like to get a verse from 50 Cent.
Yeah.
That's my biggest inspiration right there.
You see he's working on an album.
Yeah, man.
He said he's working with Dre.
That's my biggest inspiration right there.
Yeah.
Like 50 Cent, I like to work with Drake, Lil Baby,
yeah,
Roddy Ricch. I like to get some stuff on with like Michael Jackson. He was one of my inspirations too. But I don't know if that's possible now.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a vault somewhere.
Somewhere
there's a vault. Drake somehow gets a hold of it sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. These guys are crazy. I don't know how they get a hold of these, but
they do. But they probably got to spend big money.
Big money. Big money. Yeah.
I like to work with R. Kelly too.
No,
on the music
don't
side.
say R. Kelly.
My bad.
Look, you said I don't want to say anything controversial, and then he said R. Kelly.
Scratch that.
I'm not R. Kelly. I mean, we can't deny that what R. Kelly, I mean, artistically, musically, yeah. I mean, you could argue he's the greatest, but ugh.
I know his personal life disgusting.
Yeah,
music. That's just a little boy, grew up on.
No, I get it. Like I understand for sure. I'm not gonna lie. I recently reopened the R. Kelly vault.
Yeah,
I was like, you know what?
You can't really block him forever because even certain songs for your favorite artist, he wrote them that people don't know and they still sing.
Yeah, and a lot of people created lives to his music.
Yeah,
made children with his music. Like you can't.
So now here's the thing. Now some people struggle with separating the art from the person.
I'm one of them.
Yeah,
I struggle with it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
especially if you got kids, because I have kids too.
Yeah.
So I understand both.
But that goes to that selective morality shit too, though, because how are we going to be mad at R. Kelly? I mean, we could be mad at R. Kelly for the shit that he did in his regular personal life, right?
Right.
And still love the music, right? But what about like all these little fucking rappers that are out here catching murder charges? So or snitching.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, can we still listen to Gunna? Can we still listen to 6ix9ine? You know what I mean? It's like we're so quick to just like cut people out.
I guess the line is blurred when it comes to that.
It's that selective morality, bro. Yeah. We just decide, every human decides their levels of morality based on what's convenient for them.
That's what it is.
That's really what it is. You know what I mean? Look at this. Look at this phone right here. This phone would exist without slavery. Cobalt mining.
Right.
No phone can exist. None of these cell phones can exist without cobalt. And if you know anything about cobalt mining, I shouldn't have this shit. I can't hold this phone and then say fuck R. Kelly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's selective morality. That's something I'm working really hard on.
Even these diamond chains we be wearing.
That too. Our shit. Most of our clothes, like a lot of this shit, is product of child slavery. I mean, bro, it's
all this stuff from China or something. They got they got kids in the warehouse making all these.
Bro, they build nets off the sides of these buildings now so people can't commit suicide. Yeah, that's a real thing. People go to jump out the window, they land on a net.
Damn.
Yeah, because they're working for 2 cents an hour making our shoes.
Like you said, that's selective morality. I guess whatever works for the person that you say.
Yeah. I wish we could all get on the same page with it.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's going to happen.
It's the only way we can make change.
Yeah, that's true.
We all got on the same page. If everybody said, fuck this phone.
They're going to be that one person who going to still use their phone.
Yeah, yep. It's impossible. Okay, so moving forward, man, what are your plans for the future in your career?
I'm just trying to stay working, like drop more music.
Yeah.
Drop more music videos. Work with a lot more people in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Meet new people. Yeah. Get out there more. Like that's what I need to start doing because it's harder when you have, kids and you got the music. Like, you got to make time for them, make time for your personal,
Yeah.
It's hard. So, and it's good because I got my own studio in my house now. So I can record when I want to record.
Do you mix and engineer your own shit
Nah,
too?
not yet.
Okay.
I go to my engineer
Good.
He's like 5 minutes away from me.
That's
I
good.
feel like my ears, I'm not there yet. I don't want to, because I'm big on quality.
Yes.
I'm big.
No,
on
that's
quality.
a great thing to be aware of. If you don't think it's there, don't do it. Don't try it.
I'm not
because there's a lot of people out there that are trying it and it's not working.
Yeah, I'm big on quality. So
Yeah.
if
That's
it
great.
gets there, it gets there. I'm taking lessons from him.
Yeah, your kids think you're cool as fuck.
Yeah.
They got to, right?
Cool, but I don't want them listening to my music though.
No?
Nah.
See, that's that selective morality. You want my kids to, right? You want my kids to listen.
Certain songs I let them.
You
listen
want my
to,
kids
not
to get
all
on
of them.
Spotify and look up Rich Goone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
No, I mean it.
I feel it. I get it.
It depends, man.
I get it though. I understand.
depends.
I understand. There was a time that I went through where it's like, do I really want my kids listening to this shit? And it's like, you know what? It's my job as a parent to
Right.
explain it to them.
Right, they're gonna find out anyway.
They're gonna find it anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
So-
But I go through major moments of pride. Like I had a moment of pride last night with my kid. I was standing in my kitchen, and all of a sudden I heard Nipsey Hussle somewhere in the house. And I'm like,
I'm a
what the-
big Nipsey Hussle
Bro.
fan. I like Nipsey.
I popped my head down to the top, up to the top of the stairs, listen down. My 16-year-old's downstairs
Got
listening to
good
Nipsey. I
ears.
was like,
there you go.
man, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little choked up.
There
a
you
little bit.
go.
I was like,
because
oh,
he
so
can learn a
proud.
lot from Nipsey.
Yeah. Then Pac came on. I'm like, oh my god, this kid's the great. I did teach him something. I did all right. I did all right.
Yeah,
I did all right. That's dope, man. So just staying focused, dropping singles, dropping visuals. You said you were working on shooting videos in house.
Now I just shot a video in Miami like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to move around. Like,
But are you
yeah,
trying to work with videographers in the city?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like, even my guy, he knows. Like it takes a team, man.
Yeah.
Like one person can do it. Like you may know this, and then you may meet that person, and they may tell you something that you didn't know. You can learn from each other. So
Yeah.
you know, like everybody don't know it all.
Yeah.
So like,
That's right.
I'm not against working with nobody, whether it's videographer, whether it's content creators, whether it's artists. I'm not against none of that. So and he's not against it also. You got to be able to work with everybody because you never know what you can create working with somebody. Because sometimes working by yourself gets boring.
Yeah.
So like,
sure.
and you want to be a people person. You want people to like you and share your music. Because if you an asshole, ain't nobody want to listen to your music. I don't care how fire your shit is. So
True. Depends.
yeah,
50's kind of an asshole.
yeah, well, he makes good.
Kind of worked out. It's kind of worked out for him.
Yeah, I know. I
kinda worked out.
think it's probably only him who can really work that, really good shit like that.
Yeah, well, we believe him. That's the thing. Is like
Yeah.
we believe that's who he is. I think that's the key. I don't think people have to like you. I think people just have to believe that you are who you say you are.
Right, right.
I think that's the key is authenticity, which is great that we still live in a world where authenticity matters. No matter how much we want to pretend it doesn't,
Yeah.
authenticity matters.
Yep.
People, most people can see authenticity. So stay yourself, man. Stay true to yourself.
That's why I try to. Man.
Yeah.
I don't want to be boxed in. I just want to be Rich Goone. That's it.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Well, you got my support. You
Thank
got our
Appreciate
support.
it. Appreciate it. you guys.
Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I got the Ride or Die video I just shot in Miami is gonna be dropping next month.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the so just stay tuned for that next video. We got a lot more coming out.
You shoot on the beach?
Yeah, we shot on the beach in the cities. We shot everywhere.
All over the place.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Well, Miami's a beautiful place.
yeah,
So,
yeah. We shot everywhere.
yeah.
So it was a dope scenery. Sometimes you got to get away from Minnesota or wherever you at. Just see something different. Like go sightseeing. You never know what
For
shot you may
sure.
catch. So like, it's good to show different backgrounds in your music videos.
Absolutely.
And your content and stuff like
No,
that.
it definitely is. It definitely is. You got to get out there. You got to move around. I wish I could move around more.
Yeah, I wish too. Like I'm trying to get up
Yeah.
there and move around more.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I wish we could take this show on the road.
That'll be dope.
Shine some light on some other cities and states. That would be fun.
That'd be dope.
All while representing Lake Street, Minnesota, you know what I
thought
mean?
about
Minneapolis,
that.
St. Paul,
That's
all
something
that.
y'all gonna do if you wanna
For
put
sure.
that out
I think
there.
that's in the future. Going on tour, doing,
That'll
maybe
be dope.
live shows. Yeah, I think that's in the future. For sure.
That'd be dope.
I'm not nearly as good on a stage in front of live people as I am at this table, though.
Oh wait, what you got stage fright?
Nah, it's not stage fright. It's just different.
It's
It's way different. I'm not used to it. I think I could do it.
You
but
just never done it?
I've never really done it. No, not with a big audience.
You should try.
I mean,
that.
when we had Lil James here, I had a big audience.
Yeah, you can. I think you should try like go to some of these festivals like Rolling Loud. Just
Yeah,
take it on the road.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I think that's in our future, man.
'cause
That shit all costs money. That's
I know,
the
I know.
big problem.
it costs money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's the thing that holds I think most people back.
money. Yep,
Finances.
that's what it is. Because I
Yeah.
got the music, but we need the right investors. Because
Yeah.
I got to balance the budget with the kids and the music, so I can't take the money I'm supposed to spend on the kids or the business and just dump it in the music. I got to take care of.
Baby's got to eat.
I got to take care of that first.
Yeah.
Then I do my artist stuff. You know, as a man, as a
Yeah.
father. So
That's right. Well, keep the balance. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing.
appreciate
and
you, man.
Let's hopefully it'll work out for you, man.
Yep.
Hopefully it'll work out. And tell them where to find you.
You can follow me on Instagram, RICHGONE. You can follow me on Spotify, the same thing, RICHGONE. iTunes, Apple Music is the same thing. Facebook, Snapchat, all that. Appreciate you guys supporting. Appreciate Live on Lake Street. Shout out to Southside Chief. Let's go.
Of course. That's it, man. Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show, Live on Lake Street. I'm Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1.
Let's go.
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. Yeah. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so churched up. I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it.